going on. This video gonna be about, I think all workers are essential. If you touch money, it's essential for the establishment. You're not stealing it, you're putting it in. If you work in bank, retail, fast food, department stores, obviously, if you're doctors, if you're doing medical, if you're law enforcement, stuff like that, that takes on a different way. But every job is essential because you're part of the workforce. You're important. You hold people's lives in your hands, literally and figuratively. When people look down and scoff at somebody in fast food or something, guess what? If somebody messes their meal up or they get sick, who you gonna have accountable for? You're dependent on it, just like in retail. So don't be talking about one thing is more essential than the other, because in the workforce, you gotta respect things. I believe the karma of the coronavirus is trying to send a lesson and a message to start get off your high horse and look at everybody and stop acting like you're so high and mighty, because you got to put your pants on or whatever you put on the same way as the next person. So walking around uppity and acting like you're more important than what it is ain't the look that you need to be having. You know, it's about humanity and also putting a face to character. And a lot of that is missing. You know, a lot of people get into this like they're better than thou and hipper than thou and take on this attitude. You don't need it right now. You really don't. And we need to have more solidarity and more compassion and understanding. That's what's missing right now. So um, when I look at the situation that I'm looking at, you know, I'm thinking to myself, I said, you know, every job is essential. If you're a working person, thank God you're working or you have a job, you understand it. Because unemployment and everything, which is important, and all the stimulus and everything that gets cuts, and this is enough to mess with your mental capacity. But what do you do? How do you feel? You know, the whole new world that if you're going to school, you can't even go to school. You got to do everything through Skype. You know, everything now is remote in you. So how does that feel? So now it puts things in perspective. And understanding from a spiritual higher calling is saying, look, you have to adjust to respecting the planet and nature, but you have to respect people. This being on this earth is not a given, it's a gift. Okay? You're not entitled to it. I'm not entitled to it. It's a gift. It's not a given. Nobody who came on planet God's green earth was gonna be treated like, oh, you're higher than. No, you're part of it. But you don't have any more entitlement than anyone else. So every job is essential. Taking care of people is essential, but it has to cut both ways. It can't be a one-sided street trip. And people need to, again, rolling your eyes and throwing your nose at somebody because they're doing this. Everybody who's in that workforce counts, and it's essential to the daily and livelihood. So you see somebody working and they're doing a service, because if you can't act like you can't cook or you too lazy to put something, they're doing you a favor. Both sides is helping each other out. You're putting money in the plate, but they're doing something for you. So both sides have to come together in respectful manner. That's how I look at it. Retail, all of it. Because right now, the way things are, things have to change. All right, that's my thoughts and takes about every job being essential. Respect all the workers in the workforce. What you doing? Because you're working. Hit that like and subscribe, and the bell rings a new video. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another, and humble yourself about work and people. Because nothing is a given. It's a gift on this earth. I'm out.